Phil here from Wings of Pegasus, and welcome to another analysis video. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. So, I've had a lot of requests to take a look at Amy Winehouse in the past, and sadly with some of the performances on the BBC, they get blocked from a copyright perspective. And tonight we're going to be taking a look at another performance. Hopefully this gets through because I don't think this was on the BBC, but we are going to be listening to the isolated vocal. The link to this original video is going to be in the description below, as always, if you guys want to watch it the whole way through without me interrupting it. But I am just going to jump into this with the isolated vocal being a little bit more prominent in the mix so we can get an appreciation of Amy's voice.
Your neighbors were screaming, I don't have a key for downstairs.
I'm just going to jump in immediately because, I mean, Amy Winehouse's voice was just so unique and so distinctive. But, I mean, just look at this first phrase.
Your neighbors were screaming.
I mean, we're talking about supreme accuracy here over the C4, over the D sharp 4, first phrase of the song, up to the F sharp 4. And here, this vibrato that just drifts sharp.
I don't have a key.
And then look at this B4, just bang up to the B4 there.
For downstairs.
And I mean, so far we are so consistent pitch-wise, but we're not perfectly over a line, on top of a line, for any length of time because of the nature of the phrases that we've got going on here. But let's just listen on.
So I punch all of the buzzer, hoping you wanna be there.
So this is it. This is what it is all about. And when I say it's all about, this is what singing is all about. Because we've had a start to the song here that is really, really accurate from a pitch perspective. And as we progress through, I always say that with a natural voice, you get resets, or with great singers, you get resets, which means that they can be really accurate and sometimes be over the lines of A440 standard pitch equal temperament, but they will always give you expression. And guess what? Expression is measured when you're looking at this in microtones, which is the space between the lines. So when we look at this, between the lines here, and then we would bang over the B3, and then we came down and we're between the lines with sharp of the G sharp 3. As we then move forward, look at this and have a listen to this. I mean, it's a tiny detail, but this that slide that we have up, sharp of the G sharp 3 and then flat of the G sharp 3. I mean, this is just, you know, microtones as clearly as you're ever going to see them, because this is the same note but produced with a different expression. And obviously we can see that it was sharp of the G sharp 3 and then flat of the G sharp 3, but we don't take it in like that. We take in the sound of the slides, you know, when we're listening to the instrumentation as well in the background. So we're taking it all in as information that is all contextual because it's related to each other.
And now my head's hurting, 'cause you say I always get my own way. But you were in the shower when I got there, and I just wanted to stay, but I got nothing to say.
Oh, listen to that little slide down to the D sharp 4. But, I mean, there might be people that, you know, love Amy's sound and how she used to sing, and there might be people that aren't a fan of her voice and might not understand, and I guess it's coming from maybe less of a mainstream genre, and it's not something that would, even though, you know, she was a huge selling artist and was in the mainstream charts and charted very well and had hits, is coming from that jazz background where you have this kind of thing where there are microtones all over the place. It's not a style of music that is going to be strict, that's going to be stringent with the way that it's expressed. Instrumentalists from a particular background who like this kind of vocalist, this kind of free form expression, but also the way to just move with the music. Instrumentalists with that background love this kind of voice, and that's why it was regarded as such a unique voice, because of these elements being thrown together at the same time.
Well, I got nothing to say.
I mean, you can see here how we're kind of between notes here, and all of that expression with that slide as well.
You were so beautiful.
And just a throwaway line there. She didn't care where that note was going. It didn't matter. But here, F sharp 4, listen to it again with vibrato.
So beautiful.
So, and it was so. It's quite a fast vibrato, and it's actually quite difficult to do it that quickly because it's such a short phrase.
Before today.
Oh, and intervals. Listen to this F sharp 4. She's actually sharp the first time. And then look at the accuracy here. And the accuracy here. This is, again, an F sharp 4 later on in that phrase. Look at where she is E4 here. Look at where she is D sharp 4. So again, even for non-fans, if you've looked at these lines on my channel for any length of time, you don't even necessarily have to be listening to this voice to see how accurate it is. So you would say, well, this person, whoever they may be, they are so accurate with their voice, and their intervals are so spot on.
Boy, now I heard of what you had.
And then you instantly get the reset of now here and here and here and here and here, of now not being over the lines, but looking at that deeper level. I said we're not on the line here, but look how we're flat of the B3. We're not on the line here, but look at how we're flat of the D sharp 4. We're not on the line here. Look at how we're flat of the F sharp 4. So the intervals in this run up, and it's unique in itself because of the slides. Look at how she's sliding up to what I would say is almost perfectly flat with the same interval each time. So that's why it sounds great.
Boy, now I heard of...
And it's so quick. Blink and you'll miss it. But it's so quick, but it is so good.
What you had to say, and man, that was ugly.
And this is really the art form in itself. When you're listening to this vocal and not looking at it is the important thing, because if you're listening,
and man, that was ugly.
You can just take that as a vocal and you're not even that aware of how accurate it is because of the way it's being delivered. Again, this is just artistry. Being able to do this, when you're looking at this, it looks like a vocalist who is absolutely focusing on pitch. But Amy is absolutely not doing that in this performance. She's just singing how she sings. And she's naturally just nailing pitches here. Absolutely nailed on. You might not pick this up listening to it, but when you're looking at it, this is as accurate as you're ever going to see from any vocalist, any style. And even just that change in vocal technique of kind of going from the and kind of squeezing it a little bit more and kind of pushing it into that place.
Right in there, I don't care.
Yeah, that yeah. It doesn't matter where that's going. And again, F sharp 4 here was absolutely bang on. And again, the intervals here, really accurate, slightly flat, slightly sharp. Again, microtones here, getting a lot of expression. And look at this D4 here, the way that just, again, snuck under the radar of being really accurate. And the resets, here they are, in between D#4 and E4. Same again here. But then again, looking at this in a bit more detail, how we're flat here and we're flat here at the end of these little slides. So those intervals are still really accurate. And again, that slightly different change in the placement and the sound. The amount of range that's being covered, I've already said I don't want this video to go on for too long, but there are so many aspects to her voice. Being able to hit these notes so far apart range-wise, but still be so accurate with them. I mean, it's a totally different skill to be able to kind of jump straight up to, you know, a G#4, you know, from the octave below, but she's constantly doing this.
But I guess I just don't know. But you made me cry.
And there, you know, great example. The end of the run was the G3, and now she's up to the G4, G#4.
When my kids go by,
I mean, she just absolutely locks in sometimes. Why is it so unique? And the answer is because she's hitting pitches, but at the same time hitting you with so much else that you're not even aware of the pitches that are being hit. You just think, well, this sounds unique, this sounds different. And yeah, it's absolutely up there with, you know, a really accurate vocalist who might be singing, you know, more kind of mainstream pop songs where the notes aren't jumping as much and they're just holding pitches. But Amy had that pitch accuracy with a style of music where you had to jump all over the place, which is so much more difficult to execute. Listen to that. And I mean, this is great as a B5 there. And again, look at the accuracy of the B5 and the G5 as she came down. So off the charts for vocal accuracy, but also with this style of singing. It is so unique, and it almost got to the point there where we're not even worried about lyrical content anymore. It is the classic jazz sound of turning the voice into an instrument and having scat singing where there are just notes that are being hit and vocal runs, and it's more of an expression of the soul that doesn't even need lyrical content with it. It's just an expression and a sound that obviously is perfectly following pitch here and melody. Hopefully, yeah, you can appreciate what a unique vocalist she was because of all of the things that I pointed out here. But all of these things and more, just what she puts into every single vocal performance, and she did put into every single vocal performance. So thank you guys for requesting to take a look at Amy Winehouse. I hope you have enjoyed this video. As always, keep those future requests coming in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!